Well, good morning, folks. It's Richard Gene the Fishing Machine out here this morning. It is, well, fixing to rain, or they say it's going to rain. It's been raining here in the Tennessee Valley a lot. Our weather has been unseasonably warm and a lot of rain, and that's good to a certain degree. But what it does to the fish is it scatters them out. Now, I've caught 3 crappie within about 5 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. They've all been pretty small. 2 black crappie and 1 black crappie. And right now the water temperature is at 50 degrees. It's warming up a little bit. It was in the 40s for a couple of days, for a few days. Then it warmed back up. But the water is about normal pool, finally. But it's got a little color to it. Now, anytime there's a little color to the water, what I mean by that is the Tennessee River is relatively a clear river system. And a lot of rain will either make it muddy or dingy. Right now I'm going to call it dingy. The visibility is about 20 inches. And normal visibility this time of year can be up to 5 or 6 feet. I mean, it just depends on the rainfall situation. But colors, that's what I want to get into. Here is a great color, and this is a Z-Man bait. It's pink and chartreuse. Now, I'm getting to where I love these little Z-Man baits, and I'll show them to you. Show you what we're going to be fishing with. Okay, folks, I just caught 3 crappie on the Shad Fry Z, inch .75, 1 3/4 long, and the color is electric chicken. This one right here, I haven't tried it yet, but it's going to be a good one. Shad Fry Z Pearl, in a pearl color. Okay, I like these baits because they're shaped like a little shad. They're not too big, and the tail action on these baits are remarkable. I'm throwing a 1/32 ounce jig head and still have a remarkable action on the tail. Here's the other color that I have, and I only have 3 colors right now. Coconut Ice Glow Shad Fry Z. That's a good looking color. Pink and pearl is what it is. And I've caught a few fish on it. But those are the type of colors I like in water clarity like this. And also, let's say if the water was super clear, but yet cloudy and overcast like it is today, I would still use them and catch fish because of that. Now I'm going to start off with a 6.5 foot crappie slayer made by Duckett Fishing, light action rod, 6.5 feet long, and a Fago LT 2500 size reel, 8-pound braid, and I've got a leader here about 4 or 5 feet long, connected with a double uni knot, 8-pound braid, and 6-pound fluorocarbon line. And on this jig, I have a loop knot tied on it. And this is a 1/32 ounce jig head with a size 4 hook in it. But that tail has got some unique action. Let's look at that real quick. I mentioned that. Can y'all see that? Let me run it through there again. Well, that's some good action. I mean, that's a 1/32 of an ounce jig head. I mean, light. And I have that kind of action. Another thing I've noticed with this bait is you can direct retrieve it like that and then let it fall. And as it falls, that tail will quiver a little bit, just enough to get a strike. I'm sure of that. Yeah, it's moving enough for a strike. A lot of times you have to do that. You have to reel it, kill the bait, let it fall. And a lot of times that's when a crappie will hit it. It's just a reflexive action type strike. But the 3 crappie that I've caught so far, all I've had to do is just make a cast and reel it back. That's it. And let's see if there's another one or two right here. Now I'm fishing all 3 of those crappie I just caught were about 16 inches deep. 16 inches below the surface. And it took me a few casts to get that figured out, but I figured it out pretty quick. Okay. Let's see if we can catch. There's another one right there. I knew I was going to catch one right there. He ain't very big, but he sure is pulling. And on this braid, I believe that's a white crappie. Let's see. It sure is. He's big enough. He's a keeper. What am I talking about? He'd be a good one for the frying pan. But with this braid, when they hit this bait right here, or any crappie jig, on a direct retrieve, you can feel it. It's just boom, no doubt about it. So that's a white crappie. Let's let him go. I'm gonna tell you, those were some aggressive bites. You can tell how active a crappie is by how hard he hits a bait. For crappie, they're murdering this jig. They're hitting it hard. There he is. Oh, that's a good fish. That's the one we've been looking for. I knew he was out here. That's a big old crappie, folks. Compared to what I've been catching, this is a sure enough big one. Look at there. I knowed he was out here. Some war. And I ain't got a net. I ain't got a net with me. Let's see. Okay. Golly, that's too big to flip. That is a house. That is a house. Man, oh man, oh man. Is fishing not? Oh my goodness. Golly. Look at there, what a fish, folks. That's a good one. I knew there was some big ones in here. Had to be, because there's a lot of fish in here. But look at there. How he eat that. They're very aggressive. There we go. Let's let him go. That's a big one. Woo! Warming up now. Let me get this old jacket off here. On it. It's getting warm. Whoa. Doggone, I hear the squirrel. One of the things about crappie fishing that I do a whole lot, and I've mentioned it before, is I'll fish at a lot of different depths. Even if I'm fishing these trees, I'll start off fishing shallow, just under the surface, 8 to 12 inches deep. Then I'll gradually go deeper and deeper and deeper. And then somewhere you're going to find the fish, folks, especially if you know for sure that these fish are relating to cover, such as trees, buck bushes, anything of that nature that would hold a crappie. But all these fish has been about 18 inches to 2 feet deep. Anything deeper than that, I would be wasting my time today. There's a fish. Oh my. Come on out there. That one was right in the thick of it. He He was deep in that tree. That's a white crappie. Sure as the world. Let's flip him in there. Nice one too. And he done the same thing. He eat it. Choked it is the right deal. I know that's the right word, but y'all got to remember, I'm an old timer. We just called it he eat it. But it don't make any difference. Choked it, eat it. Y'all know what I'm saying. There's a good one. Let's let him go. These fish better be glad I'm not starving to death or hungry. Very, very effective bait right here, folks. Very effective and tough. I mean, I'm getting a little bit, I'm not going to mention the brands, but I'm getting a little bit tired of buying baits, and they're good baits, that has defective tails and stuff like that. I'm talking about some of these name brand plastic crappie baits. I'm about done with using them. I think I got a few more left. I'm going to use them up. But I'm going to go to baits like this. This is a trouble-free bait. You can catch one after the next off of this bait. And it's a good crappie bait. I mean, they'll just flat hit it. There he is. Doggone. Man, that fish knocked the far from it. I can't tell y'all how hard that crappie hit. That crappie eat it, I'm talking about. Look at there, what a fish. I can't get enough of it. What a beautiful, beautiful crappie. I have chased these little guys ever since I was a little guy. And they still cease to amaze me. These fish are something else. They don't cease to amaze me. Let's let him go. Beautiful, beautiful fish. The magic depth today is no doubt 16 inches. 16 inches deep. It seems like when I get deeper than about 18, 19 inches, somewhere along in there, this fish is fighting. This is a good fish right here. Good crappie. Let's see if we can flip him in here. He's a little bit too heavy. These Tennessee River crappie, I tell you, they're gutted. They're heavy, heavy fish, folks. Let's let him go right here. I've got the pattern going now. They ain't no doubt. Go on back, boy. There he is. That's a good crappie right here. Good fish right here. I'm just skipping all over the place now. Just seeing if this pattern will work, and it's worked everywhere where I've been so far. This is a big, big crappie. Look here. Oh my goodness, I gotta show y'all this one. Let me get away from where they're at, or where I caught that fish. There could be some more right here. You don't never know. That was a good fish. That's a good fish. That was a good fish. That is a good fish, folks. Now, this particular fish right here was probably about a foot below the surface. I seen the fish trailing behind the bait and eat it. And that's special, especially in the wintertime. Now, Why? The reason this is happening is quite simple. Because the weather's warmed up. The warmest water is going to be near the bank. And a lot of times, that's where the crappie go. Good fish, let's let him go. Get going. There he goes. Oh man, I'm going to turn back around here and see if there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Golly. He's not near as big as that. There's some more fish right there. That's going to be something I've stressed a lot, folks, for years. And I'm going to keep stressing it because a lot of times these fish are left. They're left behind. If you catch a crappie, even if the wind blows you off of the area, come back and fish it, because they could be 50 crappie there. They could be only 5 or 6. They could be 30 or 40. They could be, y'all get the point. There's normally always some crappie there. Now, they may not be the mother load, but they could be. They could be 100 crappie sitting there. I just keep going up and up and up. I have found concentrations of crappie so thick, there's another fish, that you could catch them and catch them till you just absolutely got tired. You get tired of catching them. So if I'd have caught that big crappie and just kept going on down the bank right there, I wouldn't have caught this old big one right here. And that's crappie fishing. Never leave them behind, because there's no telling how many fish is left behind. All right, ooh, that's a beautiful black crappie. Let's let him go. Go on back. Well, folks, it's time for me to call it quits. Look at there. One finally bit the tail off. These are remarkable little baits, to say the least. I've caught a lot of crappie. We don't show them all. I mean, a lot of crappie. And finally, I believe a bluegill or something like that bit the tail off. You're constantly getting bites, especially right now, because there's been a big movement of fish that's moved in: crappie, bluegill, bass. All of them will do that when you have 2 or 3 days of unseasonably warm weather in the winter time. And that's a fact of fishing. I want to say God bless each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all for all the great comments. Everything y'all do for this channel is special, and I love each and every one of y'all. Hey, oh boy, I can't. A Drillagen has attacked me completely from my... And remember, go fishing when you can, because it's good for you.